Gonna start that. Good morning, everybody. Here we go. So I just want to make sure that I'm streaming everywhere. Starting a little early because I'm trying to get back on track here. It's not so easy to do. And I want to show you what I got to give away today. But let me just fix this one here. There we go. How's that, kids? Good morning, everybody. I'm going to try to do this whole YouTube, Facebook thing at the same time, but I want you to see my board in the back. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it here too. It's all about self-love this morning. We're going to start today with self-love. Good morning, Dominico, Manuel, Anika, and we have some YouTubers here on Vapes. Yes. Hi, Tara. How you doing? Francisco, how you doing? All right, right on. So check out what I got right here. I don't know if you can see it on YouTube, but check out these. These are cool. I'm going to be giving these away in the next today, tomorrow, all weekend until they're all gone. But I'm so excited about my T-Lube. I haven't really got to speak a lot about it, but it's a really important thing that we're going to talk about today because it really is a part of self-love. So let me just finish saying hi to everybody. Hi, Casey. Good morning, Martha, Dina, Katie. Good morning, my friend. I miss you guys, too. So Dominico says, you curse a lot. I sure do. Fuck, fuck, fuck. It's part of my language. I'm an old trampa. I love to curse. I'm much better. Thank you, Anika. I'm healed. I'm better. So today, before I start, which is exactly what I should be doing before I start my show, is doing a little disclaimer. And again, here we go. I kind of wanted to wait for some people to come on, but my disclaimer is I do not represent any community. I do not represent any other person. I do not represent anybody but myself. When I speak only about my own truth, my own story, my own path in life in order to try to help you to understand why I am here. Okay, and that's it. I have no representation of no LGBTQIA community, trans men, trans people, trans anything. I represent myself. Bless you, my friends, and now we can move on. So, because some people are thinking that I'm a representation of a community, I'm not a representation. I don't speak like anybody else. I speak myself because it's becoming a little bit crazy out there that if you don't speak the way they want you to speak, then you're not part of and you're doing bad things for this community. It's a very strange behavior that I think we must talk about and we must really start to communicate on a level of you are you and I am me. We come together with different opinions, different ideas, different desires, but the most important thing is we talk about these different opinions. We talk about different things, okay? We talk about my opinion, your opinion, but how do we meet to create a better environment? Not if you don't speak like me and I don't speak like you and we don't speak at the same language, we're not together. That is not true. And it's actually a very upsetting thing that I continue to hear. And recently, somebody told me, we've been telling you, Buck, you have to start speaking like, they actually said that to me. And I was like, what? You have to start speaking like us. And if you don't, then you can't be a part of this community. I'm like, whoa. Okay, that's not self-love. That's not self-love. So, Aaron says, any advice for a trans guy with PTSD? Yes, my friend, I have some advice. I'm not sure if you're familiar with cannabis, which is marijuana, but there's two parts of marijuana plant, and there's CBD and THC. CBD is amazing for PTSD. Also, so is cannabis, but I'm not sure where you're at in your life to try that product. But CBD is a great way to move yourself into using cannabis without any psychotropic situations and you're not high, but it really helps for PTSD. I've been using it. I've been giving it to a lot of people who have PTSD, and they are just telling me, my God, Buck, you changed my life. So look into CBD, Google it if you don't know what it is, CBD, and check it out and start to familiarize yourself with it and come back to me and we can talk some more. So, good morning, Shell. Nice to see you. Cannabis is the face of I'm sorry, California is the face of cannabis, and my company, Pride Cannabis, which I've changed to Pride Wellness, is part of this new cannabis discovery. So again, I want to show you this before we move on to self-love. Today, I'll be giving away T-Lube t-shirts in honor of T-Lube, because T-Lube is so important. I'm sorry, kids over here on YouTube, I'm going to talk to you a little bit. We're going to be doing a giveaway today, so I'll be doing that on my Twitter feed. So my Twitter feed is Buck Angel, and my Instagram feed, which is Buck Angel. So go check it out, and you'll be put into the pile of people to win one of these t-shirts. So I'm moving on right now, because the most important thing is I want to share my coffee with you. We have the B-Cup coffee. We have, guess what we have, kids? Foam. I know the old schoolers. Where are the old schooler B-Cups? I used to love to show off my foam. If you don't know, I drink the most amazing coffee every morning to share with you because I'm a big coffee addict. So, hi, Dean. I love you too. Vincent, how are you? You can go to my website or go to me and you can order CBD on pridecannabis.com. Aaron says, I'm 19 in the UK, so the only stuff I can get is on the street. So you can't get stuff with just CBD in it. Yes, you can. Only sativa and indica. I find it just makes me... No, Aaron, I'm in the UK now. I'm working with a company and I'm getting my products in the UK. That's not true. CBD is totally legal in the UK now. So my products are headed over to the UK. If you want to order from me, I can actually ship to the UK. CBD is legal in the UK completely. I sell vapes. I sell Bucks Bomb. If you want to order it from me, I'll ship it to you. Not a problem at all. Let's move on, kids. Let's move on to self-love, okay? Self-love is really important. How many of you out there are practicing self-love, okay? Do you understand what self-love is? Do you want to learn about self-love? Remember the board behind me? The board is important. Self-love is a big part of transitioning. It's a big part of being a human. It's a big part of grounding yourself. Leah says, been taking CBD drops for about 4 weeks. It has helped me so much. Thank you for sharing that, Leah. It's amazing. My website is buckangel.com, buckangelentertainment.com, or pridecannabis.com. And you can order from all of those sites. My Bucks Balm. If you want to order the CBD vape, DM me or send me an email and we'll hook that up because that's a little much difficult situation. I'll tell you why later. But anyways, Java says, so happy to see you again. All the love. I'm so happy to be back, kids. I got really sick if you didn't know that. I got very, very sick from my last trip and so I had to cancel out everything. But I just got back from Mexico, from my house there, and that was really amazing. I got to have some downtime. Because lately, in the last week, I've been seriously beat up by some cisgender women on Twitter who I feel are very transphobic in their desire to accuse me of misgendering somebody on purpose. And these cisgender women are sex toy reviewers. And they have been after me since I released the Buck Off, stating that my products are toxic. My products are not toxic. I would never release a toy that's toxic. So these women now are accusing me of purposely misgendering somebody on the Dan Savage Show and creating a huge amount of insane craziness towards me that I would ever purposely misgender somebody or make fun of somebody. And these are cisgender women. And to me, that feels very transphobic. So I'm going to be writing a big piece about this soon and telling you who these people are because they're very dangerous. And these people think that they can make accusations without understanding that there are consequences when you make accusations. You better state fact. When you hear something that is okay, remember this. Remember this. When you hear something and you think about it, that's your opinion of what you heard, not fact. So because I was on the Dan Savage Show and somebody wrote in who is a trans man, who is a gay trans man, yet he hasn't taken hormones and he hasn't done surgery, and he wants to, he does not present masculine, he presents still in his very female form, but he wants to have sex with gay men or date them, yet they don't see him as a man. They continually misgender him. Of course they misgender him. When he walks into the room, he presents female. And in no way is that right or wrong. It's the reality of the world. The world sees people faced like this. Physical form is a big part of you. And when you walk into a room and you present female, but your brain is saying I'm male, people are going to see you as female, whether you like it or not. It's the way the world works. And you know me, I'm not a bullshitter. I'm straightforward, and it is not disrespectful. It's reality. So while I was talking about why this person who is a trans man who does not present masculine, but still in the female form, you know, breasts and very female face and all of that kind of stuff, I said, well, of course, people are not going to see you as a masculine man, and gay men are attracted to masculinity most of the time. And then 2 times I accidentally slipped up and said she, and I didn't even know I did it until those 2 women on Twitter called me out and said that I purposely misgendered this person. I would never purposely misgender somebody. That's ridiculous behavior and ridiculous thought. I accidentally did it, which is embarrassing for me, but I do it all the time. It's just my brain has been, like everybody else's, been trained to see things. So I have to untrain my brain. And in our world, we ask people, what's your preferred pronoun? In the real world out there, nobody asks that. Nobody says to you at the airport, oh, excuse me, what's your preferred pronoun? No way. Nobody ever says that. So come on, people, let's get back to reality and out of your trans bubble, because you're living in a trans bubble. If you think that you can present female, think and be male, and expect the world to have an understanding of the fact that you present as that you want to be male. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm stating fact. And then for somebody to say that I purposely misgendered somebody is so humiliating to me. Not humiliating, upsetting, because I would never do that. Anyway, blah. It's just upsetting, and I apologize, but they're still going at it on Twitter, and they're still creating this animosity and this craziness towards me that some people want to have. You know, I can't apologize 500 times for a mistake, and I won't. I'll apologize, I'll admit my fault, I'll learn from that fault, and I learned a lot from what I did, and I'll move on. And I want you to move on with me. But to continue to hold something against me and create accusations, cisgender women, that's transphobic behavior, and I will call you out back on it. And be ready, my friends, because it's coming big. So Dylan says, you shouldn't have to defend yourself like this. I have to all the time, Dylan, because when you look for something to get upset about, you're going to find it. I'm sure you apologize. I totally did. And Dan Savage goes out of his way to find the most obscure cases. Yes, and they're very important cases. That talk was very important. We were laughing, we were having fun, we were talking about me and how many gay men I've had sex with and more than him, and we were just engaging. And then they're you know, just making up like I'm making fun of this person, and it's just, why? Why do you want to do that? Heather says, I've had similar things happen with one of my best friends in the past. She's a trans woman and still has to represent in her daily life as a man. I love her to death, but I've accidentally is the key word. Okay, they're bored, Shell. They're so bored. Shelly, you're right. When you're in the public eye, like, oh, you don't even know. It's like bam, 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 every day, bam. Whew. So, that's why self-love. Hi, Nushi. Nice to see you, my friend. I'm sorry I keep forgetting to see you guys on YouTube. It's just like, I'm over here. So, listen. That's why self-love is important, and why I'm so blessed and so lucky to be able to pull myself out of that situation, because I know what I did. I'm very responsible for my behavior. I know who I am, and the people out there who know me and know my truth and know that I don't fucking blow smoke up your ass, or I'm not a fucking asshole and I'm not somebody who wants to destroy this community, know me and understand I made a fucking mistake. And I moved on from it. And that's all. We all learn from it. I will talk about it constantly because misgendering is a big deal. And there's a part of this community that thinks that when people misgender you, it's always intentional. It's always intentional. It is not intentional. Misgendering happens accidentally as well as intentional. You must understand that. If you are so connected to your gender that you get your feelings hurt when somebody misgenders you, you must understand the difference between mistake and intent. A mistake is when I see you walk into a room and you present still in your female form and I just immediately go, you know, she is here. And I'm like, oh, and then you tell me, actually, Buck, my preferred pronoun is he. And I'm like, oh, shit, I'm so sorry, my friend. Please accept my apology. That's a mistake. But if you walk into a room and your tag says my preferred pronoun is he, okay, and I say she, then I'm an asshole. You get it? You get it. So that's when self-love comes in. Self-love comes into this situation when you say, I know what I did. I apologize for it and I'm moving on because I love myself and I care enough about myself not to get dragged into the mud, not to get dragged and smacked and hit and punched every day because people have their own stuff going on here. Remember that. When people come at you and people attack you, there's a reason why they do that. Nushi says, misgendering happens on accidents a majority of the time. Reacting badly to an accident makes the subject seem like a landmine. Yes. Stein Machine says, thanks, Buck. Always good to remind ourselves and renew that self-love over and over and over again. And that mistake intent thing is big. Mistake intent with anything, kids. Listen to Trampa right now. With anything. Mistake intent is everything. If I use the word tranny, which you know that I love that word tranny and it's part of my life, tranny. But if I use that word in a negative context towards those damn trannies over there, or, yes, it's my tranny friends, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Mistake intent, okay? Or reclaim. We reclaimed queer, we can reclaim tranny. We reclaimed queer, we can reclaim faggot. We reclaimed queer, we can reclaim lesy. We can reclaim queer, we can reclaim dyke. We can reclaim anything we fucking want. Okay? There's no rules to reclaiming. It's your desire to do that for you. Casey says, mistake example. Washing a fairy costume in the bathtub was a mistake. We'll have a glittery bathtub for the next 10 years. I love you. That's awesome. Right on. So remember, laughing, creating an environment where, oh shit, I fucked up, but let's move on. That's part of self-love and self-care and understanding that you can't take everybody's negativity on you cannot do it. Because when you start to create that negativity in your body, you are not loving yourself. You are actually not connected enough to your body and to your mind to understand that I know who I am. Do you know who you are? Let's talk about that. Libby says, I have a friend who, whenever he's misgendered accidentally, he doesn't get angry. But he just checks out from some shame and depression that I don't hear from him for months at a time. It breaks my heart. Yes, it breaks my heart too, but I don't know what else I can do other than be there for support. Just support, my friend. Just support. It's difficult. I have a situation where I used to look very female, and I always knew I was a man. You don't think I got misgendered before I started to transition and look like this? Of course I did. So when a cisgender woman is accusing me of misgendering on purpose, that's transphobic. My life is part of misgendering. I've been misgendered half my fucking life. So don't tell me, Miss Cisgender Lady, that I'm purposely misgendering somebody. You don't even live in the world of transgender or transsexual. So to me, that's transphobic behavior. You can say to somebody, hey, Buck, why did you misgender that person on Dan Savage? And I could say, well, it was actually an accident, and I totally apologize. But you can't say, you misgendered on purpose. Lori says, what is cisgender? Cisgender is, come on, people, answer the question for Lori. Basically, it's this. It's a person who is born in the same body and desire to be that gender that they present in. So let's say I was born a man, right? And I have a penis and I live my life as a man and I identify as a man. That's a cisgender man, okay? So I'm a transsexual man because I was born female and I transitioned to male, which makes me a transsexual man. Does that make sense? A person who identifies as the gender they were born in. There you go, Heather. Thank you very much. So you know, all these labels and terminology and this and that also create a lot of anxiety for a lot of people. Because now we have so many different labels and nobody knows what to say to anybody else because they're worried about hurting each other, right? So T-Vape says, everyone gets misgendered. Everyone. I spent all my life not looking fully one way or the other. I always say, thank you for recognizing my existence. Then I will correct if you need a huge smile. That's because you are understanding yourself. And that's because you have self-love. Why do people get angry? Why do people get angry when they don't hear what they want to hear? I know why. I want to see if you guys know why. Nushi says, I once gave a speech to my family about being a transgender male, and everyone after the big dinner came up to me and said, wow, Nushi was always the bravest sister or man. You're a strong woman. I don't think they understood the point of my speech. Yes, they did, Nushi, and it takes a lot of guts to do that, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Adrian says, I'm not on hormones because we are trying for a baby. I am often misgendered, often. As long as nobody is physically attacking me, I just try and shrug it off. That's because you are grounded and you understand the way you walk the world. And when people see you walk the world and they visually see how you look, they are going to gender you by your physical appearance. I don't know why we aren't talking about that. I really, really, really don't know why. Let's get back down to reality. People gender people by appearance, whether you want to believe it or not. There's some bubble that we've built, or they have built in the transgender community that they think the whole world understands gender at their level. No, they don't. Far from it. Do you want to know how big the transgender community is? It's this big. Want to know how big the world is? It's this big. How do you expect the world to understand misgendering if you're only in this environment and you only get angry when people misgender you? How are you going to change the world? How are you going to change the world when you're always fighting back? That's not how you change the world, my friends. That is not. And I know that because I speak to the world and people listen to what I'm saying because I do it with open arms and I do it with love and I do it with the understanding that people will fuck up constantly. People will fuck up. And it's okay because it's not about me. It's about them. And in order to get people to understand, you must educate them with love, acceptance, empathy, compassion, and not anger. So when you get pissed off at somebody because they're misgendering or they don't understand what a transsexual or transgender person is, you are actually pushing them away and they will not listen to you. And that is a fact, my friends, a fact. So if you want to educate and you want to get people to be on board with misgendering, you must be open to educating. And if you're not, move over. Move over. And let people who really want to create change do that. But don't get angry. Don't get angry because someone called you she or he and you're a they. Don't get angry. Understand that the world is far, far away from us. Far away from us. People call me woman all the time because I have a vagina. I don't really care. It's an opportunity for me to educate. It's an opportunity for me to say, okay, I get it. You think I'm a woman because I have a vagina. Well, let me speak about that to you and hopefully let you understand why I'm not a woman. I would say 90% of the time people walk away going, I get it. Dylan says, I always like to say that my gender to the outside community is constantly a 101. Just a fact. But gender to a gender expansive person is gender 4200 advanced theory. It's true. Libby says, change what happens best from the inside out, and that requires open-mindedness, acceptance, and compassion. So, Shell, your question, Hal, I don't understand. So, T-Vape says, I found practicing giving a personal 101, so when someone asks questions about trans folk, does help others learn and more. Yes, just be open to educating, okay? Sean says, I want a Don't Get Angry t-shirt now. It's a good one, but check out this t-shirt. Today I'm going to be giving these away. Look, they have this cool Sliquid thing on the side. They fit super nice. So we're going to be giving these away with the next week. I'm going to be doing Twitter giveaways. Go follow me on Twitter, Buck Angel. On Instagram giveaways, Buck Angel. I'm going to be giving these away in fucking celebration of our own lube. And I'll be talking about that more, but it's really important that we have our own lube. Heather says, that's the mindset that my friend Casey has. She knows that she presents as male, but she's an educator instead of a reactor. That's a great one. I like that. Educate, don't react. Right on. Dylan says, I honestly feel most cisgender people stopped thinking about gender and their own identity when it was getting into separate lines for the bathroom in elementary school. That's why we are constantly having to educate. To be queer is to be an educator. And to be an educator is to be compassionate. Remember that. If you think of yourself as an educator, you must think of yourself as compassionate, empathetic, a desire to create change through what? No hate. This is an educator. An educator isn't hateful. When is the last time you've been like in a classroom where the teacher was like, no, geometry is like this. No, you'll never learn. I've never been with a teacher that was all like, God damn it, Buck. You're an idiot. Get out. Never. That's not educating. Educating is saying, okay, Buck, I see you don't understand what 1 + 1 is. Let me explain it to you. 1 + 1 equals 2. Do you see that? I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. Math was my worst subject in school. I used to be like, what? I don't get it. Can you imagine if the teacher was mean to me? I would have just been like freaked out. Drink some coffee, kids. Lori says, I loved Aluk's explanation and documentary about they, and it really opened my mind. Aluk is amazing. Yes, in the HBO trans list. I think is that what you're talking about. So, Nushi says, agreed. We are a generation to educate for the next generation. Everyone. We are together in this. We are not separate. Nicole says, Sliquid is an amazing company. What is working with them like? Are you kidding me? Dean, the CEO of Sliquid, is unbelievable. One of the most beautiful people I have ever met. He is so pro-trans, LGBT. He's a woman-focused company. He's so brilliant and amazing, and I feel so blessed on so many levels to be with Perfect Fit brand, Steve Callow, another amazing cisgender gay man, and Dean, a cisgender straight man, and they love us. And you know what? Libby, you want to purchase a t-shirt? I don't know. I haven't really thought about selling them. Right now I have them for giveaway, but yeah, I'll put them up for sale if you think. And maybe what I'll do is if you purchase a lube, I'll put a t-shirt in. What do you think about that? I don't have a lot of t-shirts. Like I have all these t-shirts. Look at right here. So maybe I only have like, oh gosh, I only have like 10 t-shirts, but maybe that's what I'll do. How's that? So, Vincent said the teachers were that way in the Christian school. I'm sorry. I never had a teacher like that. That's horrible. It's not cool. They're 100% cotton. Yes, they are. That's why I love them. They're 100% cotton. Let's see. They're the Canvas label. They're the Canvas label. See that? Canvas. And they're 100% cotton. And they're thin and they fit tight, which is the best. So, Lori, I'm going to be giving the t-shirts away on Twitter and Instagram today and tomorrow and all weekend long. So, you'll be if you do what I tell you to do there, you'll be put in the hat to win the t-shirt. And then I'll get some more and we'll give some more away. So, let's take a breath. Let's clear our brains for a minute. If you're driving, don't shut your eyes. If you're just sitting at the desk doing your thing, shut your eyes for a minute. I'm going to take off my hat for a minute. Let's just breathe. Let's just breathe. You know how I get so crazy sometimes and I just want to sort of get it all out in one shot because I have so much to say to you kids. And I really, really genuinely love you. And I genuinely want to have you part of my life, my amazing life. And I really want you to see that you can also have this life. I am so blessed on so many levels. I get to create. I get to walk the world as me. I get to have beautiful, amazing family and friends. I don't suffer. I'm not starving. I have a beautiful home. I mean, I have everything I've ever wanted, to be honest with you. The reason why I have this and it makes me so emotional, is because I love myself. It's a very powerful thing to love yourself. It is not narcissism. It is not egotistical. It is really a thing that will move you through the world without pain, without anguish, without worried what other people think about you, without desire to want more. This is a big deal. If you are constantly desiring to want more, and what I mean by that is more things. You want another car, you want to have more money in the bank, you want to have, more clothes, you want to have this, you want to have materialistic things. You must let that go. Because that is not wanting. That is a need for things to create who you are. You are not those things. You are you. Remember that. Those things will come to you once you ground yourself around who are you? What do you want from this world? What do you want to be able to walk the world in peace and love and harmony and existence with your other fellow human beings? Nobody wants to be angry at anybody else. Nobody wants to be mean. Nobody wants to be ugly. We don't want that. I don't want that. It's horrible. Look, I cry because it's an incredibly enlightening feeling to walk the world with no care what you think about me. But I'll be honest with you, it does hurt my feelings when I get attacked, and that's only because I'm an authentic, real, loving person who desires to create that love in our community. And when I get hit in the side, I'm like, why? That is not who I am. So really, self-love is about understanding who you are. And understanding when you get attacked by whoever you're getting attacked by, you must understand that it is not you getting attacked. It is that person who does not like themselves and sees what you have and wants to knock you off of that. You understand what I'm saying? We have to fucking get back together. We have to start creating communication, love for each other, a desire to want to walk the world together with different opinions, different dialogue, different ways we dress, different ways we look, different ways we transition, different ways of everything. It is okay to be different. In fact, it's important that you're different. Difference equals authenticity. Remember that word, authenticity. Authenticity is not, I'm speaking like everybody else, cisgender, heterosexual, lesbian, gay. No, that's a terminology that has been created in order for us to be this. No, you don't have to take any of those labels on. You can take on your own label. But the most important thing you must understand when you take on a label is it's your label. It's not my label. It's your label. So what is this idea in an LGBTQIA, and it goes on and on, and it goes on and on. Why is there this desire? It's so hypocritical and sort of quite funny if you think about it. Wanting to get away from labels, yet creating more labels, and then getting upset at people when they don't label you right. Do you understand what I'm saying? Think about it for a minute. First off, this queer community wants no labels, yet they continue to create labels, right? We are now at this many labels. And if you don't say that label, you are a bad person because you didn't label me right. Yet I don't want any labels. I don't get it. Look, I'm not Mr. fucking rocket scientist. I'm not a fucking brain surgeon. I'm not far from it. I didn't even graduate school. I did not graduate high school. I have no diplomas. I'm not an academic. I'm a street dude. And I don't fucking get it. So stop the labeling. It is ridiculous behavior. And then to get angry at somebody because they misgendered you, or to get angry at somebody because they don't understand what you are, or to get angry at somebody because whatever, that's your non-self-love. That's what that is. Right. Nushi says, I thought being trans is about becoming who you are, not labels. It's exactly what it is. Yet, and I guess not anymore. Now it's like, it's just, so here's the deal. I'm an old fart. You know that. I'm an old tramp-off fart. Been around this fucking place for a long fucking time. Been through hell and back. Here I stand. I will stand until I fucking die. I will continue to speak my truth and my story. That's the deal. Okay? I come from a place that you can't even imagine if you're 20 years old, my friends. And your labels are great, and I respect your labels, but you must respect the older generation's understanding of where we come from, too. You can't expect respect unless you give respect. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Stop beating up older generations or people or cisgender people. Cis scum is my fucking most, I'm really hating that. Cis scum. What is that? That is angry. That is mean. That is disrespectful. Those are our fucking allies who I stand by. Without my fucking allies, without my cisgender people, without my family, without fucking Steve Callow from Perfect Fit, without Dean from Sliquid, we would not fucking have shit. So this desire to say cis scum and push the cisgender people away is horrific on so many levels. The world will not change unless we educate the beautiful cisgender world. Where do you think we come from? We come from cisgender people. All the little kids, all the little trans children have cisgender parents, most of them. If we don't speak to them with love and acceptance and gratitude and education, they won't want their children to transition because they'll be like, holy fuck, those transgender people are crazy. I don't want my kid to be one of those. I don't want my kid to be one of those crazy, like they're losing it. If you come to, why do you think cisgender parents speak to me? Why do you think? Because I speak my story, I speak my truth, I don't speak for a community, I speak, look at me walking the world. They're like, holy shit, come to my house. I want my trans son to hang out with you. I hang out with kids all the time. Because I'm authentic. I don't care. I created my own space in the world and I walk my own space. And that's what I want you to understand. That's self-love. Walk your space. Don't walk other people's spaces. Don't walk the space that the community needs you to walk. Don't walk the space that if you don't walk this, you're not trans. Don't walk this way. Are you fucking kidding me? Again, I'm gonna say it. Fuck you. Fuck you for telling anybody how to walk this world. You better stop, get a fucking mirror, and look in that mirror every day and say, who am I? What do I want? How do I speak? Not you. You. When you start saying you, you're not looking at I. Okay? You should never be in your language. You means you. You, my friend, are not looking at you. So when you are every day saying, oh, let's just use me as an example. Oh, that Buck Angel, he doesn't speak right for our community. Oh, that Buck Angel, he's transphobic. Oh, that Buck Angel, he misgenders everybody on purpose. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're not looking at you, my friend. You're not looking at you. You're looking at the outside world and taking that as the reason why you are not moving forward in the world. How dare you? That is egotistical, and that is narcissistic behavior. Because you, my friend, have to be responsible for you and your behavior. So when you start pointing fingers like you, you're forgetting I. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hi, Maureen, I'll come and visit you. Libby says, why push away the very people you want to understand you and treat you with compassion? Heather says, I agree, Libby. It's true. Vincent said, if we were in church, I'd be standing on a pew shouting, amen. You know, let me go over here. Stein Machine says, the divisiveness towards cisgender people is really troubling, and it's disturbing. When we see people as others, there's no hope of ever healing, mending, changing. Philip says, I can actually talk to cisgender people better than trans people because I can be myself without walking on eggshells. 100%. I'm the same with Philip, Alexander says. It's crazy as hell. Listen, We know. We've been enlightened. Okay? So Chris says, I love everyone, but God do know you. Shelly Colvin, yes, everyone thinks they get to make the rules for others. No, that's the thing is, we need to put an end to that. You're not making any rules for me, my friend. I have my own set of rules, and my own set of rules is I speak my mind. I speak my mind. You will never stop me from speaking my mind. If I make a mistake, I will always, always own my mistake. That I can guarantee you with that. And if you know me and you see people saying shit about me, ask me. I will always be honest if I made a mistake. I will always be honest if I fuck something up. I will always be honest if I'm an asshole and I said something really fucking stupid. Always. Because it's how I learn and I'm authentic and I'm real and I care and I have no desire to tear anything apart. I have every desire to create this. And when those people point fingers, you, remember this. They're creating this. They are not creating this. Why do you want to call people out? Why do you want to call people out? When you call people out publicly, you are creating this. Immediately. Immediately. There is no other reason why you would call somebody out publicly in order to what? Your ego, because you want to be the good person, okay? You want to be noticed. You need more Twitter likes. You need more Instagram clicks. That's the only reason why you'll call somebody out publicly. No other reason. I never call people out publicly. I always do it privately. Unless they're continually accusing me of shit. And now, those two cisgender ladies on Twitter are about to see a shitstorm happen. Because do not fucking accuse me and create a divide in my community when you are cisgender. Don't tell me how to speak as a transsexual man when you are cisgender. It is not okay. That's transphobic behavior. Do not tear my community apart. I am here trying to mend my community. I am trying to speak at a real level to my community. I do not pussyfoot around. You know that about me. If you don't like what I say, go. Just go. Because I'm always going to speak from here. When I talk about misgendering, I talk about here and my experience of misgendering. I have been misgendered my whole fucking life. My whole fucking life. And you think some cisgender lady's gonna come in and tell me that I'm purposely misgendering? I don't think so. That's disrespectful of my history. That's disrespectful of the transgender community. And it's disrespectful, period. To not ask somebody first, did you purposely misgender in that show? Or what? That's the way you ask the question. You don't say, oh, Buck Angel was on Dan Savage today and he misgendered on purpose. That is an accusation. And I highly recommend that you do not accuse people until you find out what the truth is. Because that's the way it works, kids. Don't make accusations until you ask the person and then figure it out. But to hear something, I guarantee you, if I hear something over here and you hear something over here, but it's the same thing we're listening to, you're probably going to interpret it different than me. You understand what I'm saying? If we all listen to the same show, let's all listen to that Dan Savage show, okay? I'm going to post that. Let's all listen to the episode I was just on where I misgendered that trans man. Let's listen to it and see what you feel and what I feel. I bet we all have possibly different opinions about what happened there, right? Marie says, you've been an amazing advocate for transgender youth. You would never misgender. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It's just ridiculous behavior. And I'm going to tell you, I love my cisgender family and my people and my friends. But when you're cisgender and you just attack me and create a divide in the transgender community, that is transphobic behavior because you didn't come to me first. Alexander says, we should be ourselves no matter what. Screw the stigma and the haters. Freebird says, I love how you're original. Because, you know, I'm original, my friends, because I don't need to hide from you. I don't need to impress you. I have nothing to prove with you. That is not why I'm here. I'm not here so you like me. I'm here to teach you and to educate you. I'm not here because I want 5,000 friends. That's not why I'm here. I'm here because I want you to understand that I have my own knowledge, my own truth, my own story. It's why I'm here. Take what you want, leave the rest. Take what I say, leave the rest. If you get nothing from me, go. If you just want to listen to me babble all fucking day long, do it. But don't think I'm anything other than you. You are me and I am you. It's real. We walk the earth together. We have different experiences. We have different desires. We have different we have different everything. The one thing that I can say we only have the same is our skin, our bodies, our eyes, our ears, our nose, our mouth. Other than that, we are not the same, my friends. I don't want to be. I want to be able to think my own. But in a reality, we are the same. Because our ultimate goal is what? To live life happy. Nobody wants to be angry. Nobody wants to be mean. Nobody wants to fucking be like sad and PTSD and just triggers. And nobody wants to be like that. Why are we teaching each other to hang on to this anger? Why are we teaching everybody to be angry? Why are we teaching everybody to be, That's not how you move forward in the world. You never will. You never will. You'll be fucking sitting down there angry at everybody else because they're moving up in the world. Because you are so angry you can't get out of your shit. So here we go. That's self-love, my friends. That's self-love. Learning that you don't have to be there. You can be here. First step is you. That's the first step. You must start to come back to you and stop blaming the world, stop blaming everybody else, stop blaming your parents, stop blaming your lovers, stop blaming that nobody can give you anything. Stop it. Just stop it. Live in the moment, live in your own skin, understand your own truth, think about what you want in this world. What do you want? Not what do others want you to have. What do you want? Because it doesn't matter what other people want you to have. That's not your authenticity. It's not your path. It's nothing. It's nothing, nothing, nothing. You know what you want deep down inside that brain. Do not let others influence you to say that's not the right way to think, because it's not true. Today, take that today. Make it the first day today. When we leave right now, to look at yourself. When we get off of here, get a mirror. I don't care where you are. You're driving, look in the mirror. Look at yourself. Look at yourself in that mirror. Who are you? Do you love you? Do you love you? Remember what I'm saying to you today. We'll talk more tomorrow about who you are and what do you want. And what do you want to achieve? And why are you transitioning? And why are you having desire to create change in your life? And what are the things in your life that need to be changed in order to get to these levels of change? I love you guys a lot. You mean the world to me. I'm so happy that I'm feeling better and I'm able to drink a coffee with you. God, I couldn't even drink coffee. That's how sick I was. So, Freebird says, I don't need internet likes because I have people who like me in my real life. Nushi says, so this started from a podcast you were in. Just make sure I haven't heard it yet. Yes, I started on the B Cup. You'll read right here on the YouTube channel. We started the B Cup on Facebook about a year ago. And we've grown to a nice little community of people who desire to have change and desire to create love and happiness, compassion, opinion, dialogue with no bullshit. That's the B Cup. We're not allowed to bully in here. Once I start seeing bullying, you're out. Our moderators will kick you out. This is a place where you are allowed to have an opinion. You are allowed to disagree. You are allowed to create your own space, but you are not allowed to bully. And that's why we started the B Cup. Because too many people were being bullied, ostracized from Facebook groups because it's just intense. Do it. Oh, Alexander, are you okay, my friend? So, I'm leaving. I got a beautiful day ahead of me. Got a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to leave you with this. Today, I'm giving away these t-shirts. Okay, you see the t-shirts? They're so awesome. I love them very much. Twitter, Buck Angel. Instagram, Buck Angel. I love giving shit away for free because I love you very much and everyone loves a free t-shirt. So, breathe. Don't shut your eyes if you're driving. Know that I love you. Know that the world loves you. Know that the universe cares about you. You just must trust the universe. The universe will take you where you need to go if you trust the universe and you move with the universe and not against the universe. Anger is against the universe. Love, acceptance, open heart is with the universe. You understand what I'm saying? I know you do because you're fucking smart. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day. I'm going to let my YouTube channel go first. I love you guys. Don't forget about my Bucks Balm. Oh, my God. And Christmas is coming up. I'm going to get some new stuff out there for your kids, okay? Bye, YouTube. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.